Konnichiwa, Minisan.
Hello, and welcome to the Famicast 281, your Famicast for the latter part of November 2024. I'm your host, Danny Bivens, and today I'm joined, as always, by Mr. James Charlton.
Hey. Welcome to the Famicast, your one-stop shop for Alamo news, right?
Well, I mean, there was quite a bit of that's for sure.
World exclusive review.
Pretty sure there are a bunch of them that were out there before mine, but I appreciate it. Also joined by Ty Sugar.
Ask me about Alarmo hacks.
Yeah. Well, hey, that is a thing. They get Doom running on it already. So
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. Yours is already on the botnet.
yeah. So, it'd be a pain to control that. Anyways, hello, welcome to the Famicast. We're a podcast all about games, Nintendo, Japan, all this type of stuff.
And alarm clocks.
And alarm clocks. Yeah, I mean, we're no, not yet. Anyways, yeah, lots of cool stuff to talk about today. Lots of really exciting games for new business. Some old, but new again, games that we'll be talking about. And yeah, so quite a few exciting things in news that have been going on over the past, basically just since the last show 2 weeks ago. So yeah, lots of cool stuff to talk about today. But without any further ado, let's just go ahead and get into it with some new business. And to kick us off, JC, would you mind?
Oh, wow.
Names.
Okay, I actually, this is a question maybe for Ty.
All right.
Do you know the 3 N64 games that were last added? Like the last 3 that were added? Kind of random.
Nope.
It was.
I think I saw you post something about F-Zero X, but I thought that was already on there.
That's Nintendo music, but yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that was the music.
Right.
No.
Okay.
It was Turok 2 Seeds of Evil.
Right.
Shadow Man and Banjo-Tooie.
Pretty random, but okay.
Exactly. So Ty, of those 3, which one, there's only one, did I not own back in the day?
I'm thinking Turok 2 had a good chance of not coming out in Europe. You tell me.
No. They're all released in Europe. That's not the trick.
Okay.
That's not the question. All right. All 3 came out in Europe. I had access and I had the money to buy all 3, but I didn't buy one of those 3.
I don't know. It could be any of them. It's like Shadow Man. Who the hell is Shadow Man?
You going with Shadow Man?
From Louisiana.
Yeah, I guess.
But that's a very good guess because that game is fucking trash, and I actually owned that game.
All right.
I owned Turok 2 Seeds of Evil.
Wow.
I did not own Banjo-Tooie. The
Seems
one game
random,
from the
but okay.
Exactly, the one game from the company that I fucking loved, especially at the time. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
But yeah, I actually mentioned it in the last episode, so thanks for listening. Anyway, I didn't own Banjo-Tooie back in the day.
I was going to say, like, something was coming across my mind. I was thinking, like, didn't the game say he didn't own Banjo-Tooie? I was thinking, I was keeping my mouth shut. Just letting Ty give it a go.
Exactly.
Got to be a trick question, right?
Right.
Yeah. With Shadow Man, I may have mentioned this way back in the day. I don't know why. Maybe it was on like the Games That Made Us or something like that. I don't know. I remember
actually back in 2021, I think that's when they did like the HD remaster. Night Dive Studios did that.
I may have mentioned it then.
Yeah, I talked about it like in January 2021 or something. So maybe that's when it came up, man.
And I probably mentioned, hey, I owned this game back in the day. And probably one of you two guys said, why the fuck did you buy this game back in the day? Yeah. Very good question. And I replied, in case you forgot, I said this game got a 96 or 95 or 96, somewhere in the high 90s in the N64 magazine, official. I'm sorry, not N64 magazine. I think it was just called the official Nintendo magazine at the time. Yeah. So I was fucking hyped. I mean, it had like, it was like a very mature and, by the time it came out, it was like I was I at university? Maybe. Yeah, maybe I just started university, so I was living on my own. It's like, oh yeah, I can buy all these like mature, hardcore, games, and without having to fear about my mum coming in, because I didn't live at home when I was at university. And it's like, it's like Jack the Ripper is like the first boss in the game. It's like, holy shit! And then you go to New York and you fight like the serial killers from America, and it's like, wow, this game sounds amazing. So yeah, the story and the themes and the character and everything and the bosses sounded amazing to me at the time. But yeah, the game itself, I remember a line from the review. It says something like this is like a Zelda killer or something like that.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. No, just to piggyback on you for a second there, man. Like, no, I didn't read like UK publications, but I think IGN had hyped this up. That's where I was like,
see IGN doing it. I don't think I read IGN at the time. Yeah. I mean, going to university, I did have access to the internet at that point.
Even in the UK.
Yeah, not geo-blocked.
Okay. I didn't even know you guys had the internet over there back then. Okay.
Yeah, we did some form of it anyway.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, I bought this game for like 50 squids back in the day, and yeah, I was horrendously disappointed. I was like, you couldn't see shit. Like the controls were garbage. Like it was just like horrible textures. I mean, it had voice acting and swearing. Yeah. And I booted it up in the N64 app on the Switch, just to kind of remind myself, and it all came flooding back. I was like, oh yeah, this fucking game. Yeah, I played like the first 20 minutes and just like, yep, it's exactly how I remembered.
Yeah, dude, it's confusing.
Like, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I must have played that game for hours, and I never completed it, obviously, and I never really understood like the point of the game, the goal of the game, like how many doodads I had and how many I needed, like where am I getting these things? Why am I doing these things? It's like, yeah, none of it made sense. And yeah, the level design, map design was just god awful. Like, yeah, really, really bad. And I mean, Turok 2, not exactly the same vein, but like, did this come out between GoldenEye and Perfect Dark? Was it before Perfect Dark?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, Turok 2 came out in 1998.
Yeah, so this was kind of like, yeah, I've done GoldenEye. I've got all the cheats in GoldenEye. I'm like, I'm shit hot at GoldenEye. Give me some more FPS games. Now I'm a FPS, pro. Turok 2. I didn't buy the first game because that was like 70 quid at launch, and I didn't really like the controls. But apparently, again, the official Nintendo magazine gave it like high 90s. I don't remember exactly, but it was something like over 95%. And they said something like, balls in your court, rare. Well, what do they call it? Twycross, right? The place where it is.
Yeah.
They always used to, in the official Nintendo magazine, they always used to refer to Rare as just those guys at Twycross, because everyone knew who they meant at that point. It was like, balls in your court, Twycross. It's like they've got like everything in this game. They got blood. They've got these amazing guns. They've got high res textures, widescreen mode.
The intensely funny multiplayer game where you have to murder the player who is a monkey.
Yeah, all that kind of stuff, and voice acting, which all the things that GoldenEye didn't have, Turok 2 had, and I think it used the expansion pack as well.
Yes.
So
you kind of needed it because the frame rate in that game was not good.
Yeah. So you could do the widescreen. I didn't have a widescreen TV at the time.
No one did. Maybe game reviewers might have had them, but that is like a talking point in 1998, 1999, even like early 2000s. That's nonsense because most people weren't rocking that.
Yeah. Get yourself a 32-inch. Well, it wouldn't be plasma, would it? Be whatever widescreen, whatever. What did they call it? What was the equivalent of like a 4K TV back then? What would they call it? Even the word plasma wasn't around, was it? It was I don't know, a projection widescreen. I think it was just the word widescreen was widescreen.
That's crazy.
Trinitron, maybe that was a Sony thing. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a Sony brand of the TV.
Yeah, Trinitron widescreen. So anyway, Turok 2 is not a particularly fun game either. It's also kind of a mess. Like the map design is also a mess. I mean, it's better than the first game, but like it's still just, you know, the textures and the map design do not go well together. It's just like you're looking at a magic eye painting sometimes. Like it's just all of the, I mean, they try to add like, you know, a lot of different textures and like, you know, a lot of color and stuff like that. And it does have like colored lighting. I don't know what the technical word is, but like, you know, it has not just white lights. It has lots of different colored lights. Yeah,
colored lighting.
Just
as made lighting. Popular by Unreal.
Yeah. I mean, Unreal. Yeah, that was a great game. Yeah, played that on PC. But yeah, it was funny because I was a PC gamer at the time, so like it's not like I didn't have access to some machine that played good FPS games, but it's just I don't know. I just maybe for multiplayer, like I didn't really have a good. I didn't maybe different from like someone like Ty who would maybe go to frequent LAN parties or whatever, but I didn't really have that opportunity. So like it was still console games for like playing with my friends. So if it worked on the N64, it was kind of like that's an advantage. It's like we all have a controller, so we can all bring controllers around. We can play together. Mario Kart, GoldenEye, Turok 2 maybe. Nope.
Yeah.
That didn't happen. That was garbage.
You got to play monkey mode a little bit. Come on.
Yeah, I think we must have tried that, but yeah. I mean, shit, we were still playing Smash 64 at that point, I think.
Not in 1998.
Not in 1988. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that came later. But yeah, that definitely got more play than fucking Turok 2 anyway.
Sure. I mean, I get it. I get it. I mean, the controls in Turok are they're their own thing, and it does take some getting used to.
But you could change them to be more GoldenEye E, right? If I recall.
Yeah, if I remember, there were multiple configurations.
Yeah, it was definitely better than the first one. Yeah.
Like honestly, man, the HD 4K remake that they did back in 2019 or 2020 of
Turok
this
2?
is Turok 2 and Turok 1. And Turok 3 actually just came out last year, I think. But
yeah, I have those. I talked about them on this very show, I believe.
Yeah,
that's the multiplayer only one, right?
No, that's Rage Wars. 3 is its own game with like a story. Rage Wars.
Really?
Yeah, there are 4 games on the 64.
Shit, I didn't even know there was a Turok 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally skipped by that one. Well, yeah, probably because the fucking second game poisoned me for life.
That and it was really late. It was really late too in the N64. Probably 2000, I think. Maybe.
Did it have a really edgy subtitle?
What was it? Not Seeds. Something of Oblivion, maybe? No.
Oh yeah, you could be right. Yeah, that does sound.
Yeah, I think Turok 2 was Seeds of something or other.
Seeds of Evil. Just
Seeds of Evil.
Yeah,
it's something of Oblivion. I think I don't remember.
Yeah,
so again, I didn't have that either with Turok 2. I only borrowed it from a friend or something.
Yes, so. the Elder Scrolls Oblivion.
Yes, so there's a connection.
So yeah, 2 games that I had, and regret buying and didn't enjoy either of them, and I gave them both another go on the Switch app, and still feel the same.
Yeah.
So then I got around to playing the game, which I didn't own back in the day because it came out months before the GameCube, which I was saving up for. So which is why I didn't buy it. And games were still like 60 quid, or maybe I think first party games were actually 50 quid back then. I don't think they were 60 quid. I think that was, I mean, this is like such a memory now, but like now we have, Breath of the Wild coming out. Oh, Tears of the Kingdom, $70, right? 70 quid, 69.99, whatever, 9,000 yen. Is it 8,900 something like that?
Maybe something like that, yeah.
But like for a long time, Nintendo were kind of famous for like actually having games that were not ridiculously expensive. They were like, $50, 50 quid. When everyone else was $60, 60 quid, right? Even when like the PS4 was around, it was still like that. And then the PS5 came around and said, "No, fuck you, we're all paying $70 for games now." And then Nintendo said, go on then, we'll do that as well. But it wasn't always like that. And so, yeah, I probably should have got Banjo-Tooie because I fucking love it. I just played the first, like, I played the first 3 hours. I've unlocked, like, 3 worlds.
Damn.
I did pretty much everything in the first world. Just started doing on the second world. And yeah, I'm really, really enjoying it. It is different. And I do appreciate how they know that everyone who's playing this game has played the first one. And they're like, okay, I wish that games now would do. It's like, okay, you've played the first game. This is a sequel to a game you've played. A really, really popular game. So a lot of people have played the first game. So all the moves that you learned in the first game, you got them straight off. It's like, if you forgot, we'll just remind you, like the little molehills. You can go up to them and they'll just remind you of the moves. It's like I've got them all fucking ingrained in my brain anyway, because I played Banjo-Kazooie so many times, and I fucking love that game. So I knew all of that, but like I just thought that was a really cool touch. And they're not like, talking down to you, and you can skip the cutscene at the beginning as well and stuff like that. It was pretty cool. So you get right into it, and the story kind of like takes off from the end of the previous one, which is kind of nice, for someone who is a fan of the first one. And yeah, you do learn new moves. There's a new character that, spoilers for the first 2 minutes of the game, but Balls the Mole gets fucking murked. He did, man. He did.
Killed him.
So his brother...
blood is on your hands.
Yeah, pretty much. So yeah, it's his brother who kind of takes over that job of like showing you new moves. It's like this military style brother. It's it's just like the way he talks about his brother is like, oh, have you seen my brother around recently? And then they say, well, no, he got killed by the witches. And then it's like, oh, okay. So anyway, do you want to learn some new moves? it's like, wow, that's cool, man. It's like your actual brother. Okay.
Or it never changes.
So yeah, some of the moves are just kind of upgrades of ones from the original game. Like you'll get different kinds of eggs, like like fire eggs and grenade eggs and stuff like that. But there are some totally new ones. Oh yeah, like the first person mode. Mm-hmm. I haven't tried the multiplayer. That's something I'll have to try out with you guys. But like the first person mode is actually in the game, and that's a move that you learn, but it's only activates in certain areas. So you go through a door, and then Banjo will just like whip Kazooie out like a gun, and then it'll go to first person mode, and it plays exactly like GoldenEye. It's like you just like strafe and move, and you can hold down the R button to like bring up the reticule and like aim with it. You're firing eggs, of course, not bullets. Yeah, I mean, it controls beautifully. It's like, yeah, this is made by guys who made GoldenEye. This is like really good first-person controls on the N64. Well done. They do it just like as a one-off mode, which you play in some parts of the level, but other companies can barely even do it in a game like Turok 2, for example. So yeah, that was cool. So even things like the eggs themselves, like when you pick up eggs, it's like they come in 3, and I think like the icon on the map is actually it's got 3 eggs, but when you pick it up, I think you get 10. And feathers, they flick between red feathers and golden feathers, so you can just like wait for it to go to the color you want and get the color you want, and they always regenerate.
Okay,
so they're not like trying to waste your time. It's like, okay, we know you played the first game to death. It's like everything is just going to be easier now. It's like you don't need to go through all this laborious process of like picking up individual feathers and finding these things. It's like we'll just give them to you. Musical notes. one musical note is now counts as 10. And they'll have these treble clefs, which are now like 20 musical notes. So you'll get like 100 notes by picking up just like 10 things, just like 10 notes, 100, boom, done. Next stage, go. It's like, yeah, it's really, I really appreciate that kind of like that thought that they went into it, which is kind of amazing to think of a game in the year 2000 when, you know, even now there are games that fucking waste your time, like modern games when you're like, okay, why did you not think about this? Why can't you do this tutorial better? This tutorial is slow and boring and annoying. You know, why are you doing this to me? Like games do that even now, right? Oh, Ty, do you have a particular game in mind when I said that?
I have a few. Remember how I told you I like to just go through my backlog and play all my Xbox games at least up till the first achievement?
Yeah.
And that kind of means doing tutorials for a bunch of different games in a blitz. And yeah, some of them are just torture.
Yeah, exactly. Mash the A button, shut up and stop talking. Just let me play that fucking game.
Yeah.
And Banjo-Tooie from 2000 does not do that. So
nice.
Well done. So yeah, the first world is a Mayan temple kind of theme, and you meet Mumbo Jumbo, you know, the guy from the first game who transforms you into stuff, and now you can control him, and he can activate certain things on the ground, and he can go to places that Banjo can't. And there's another kind of magical person in this game. I've forgotten her name, female. I think she's called like Mumby Wumby or something like that. It's like all stupid names, you know, in typical Rare fashion. Yeah, and she will now turn you into the creatures, depending on the stage, turning you into machines or things or, you know, other creatures, you know, that got the kind of Banjo look to them, you know, like in the Mayan world, the first world, you know, you'll get turned into a little stone statue guy who can go to places that Banjo can't do. And so I think that's all the new characters that I can think of. Yeah, so yeah, it's all very well done and very streamlined. And also, I know a lot of complaints that I've read about this game are that, you know, it's way bigger, almost to a fault, and actually requires you to go between worlds for certain missions, like or certain jigsaw puzzles. You know, you have to get something from one world and bring it to the other world. I haven't really seen much of that so far. Like there's a move that I didn't have, and I thought, okay, and I just got it in the second world, and I'm like, okay, now I have this move, I can now get that thing back in world one. Which I don't think that was really a thing with Banjo-Kazooie. I think the progression was like you go into a world, you learn the moves, and you can do the things all within that world, and then the next world builds on that. I don't, unless Ty can correct me here, I don't think this, like, you get to world 3 and you don't have a move until world 4. I don't think there's anything like that, right? You always have what you need.
I don't know, man. I haven't played it that much.
I played it too, man. Yeah. I mean, with the original Banjo, you get the power up. You could do what you need to do in that level, and then it kind of carries over into the next one. You kind of learn the next thing and keep going.
I played like maybe 4 or 5 hours of Banjo-Kazooie like last year, and I remember just 100% in the first world, like just from muscle memory, and like I didn't have to, you know, I wasn't struggling or like, oh, I don't have this or I don't have this move, so I can't get this. I never had that problem. So, well, you could call that a problem or just like, you know, different design, you know, gameplay design, because with Banjo-Tooie, they are doing a little bit of, you know, Metroidvania type stuff where like, oh, you don't have this move yet, but you will have later. So come back here and do that when you have that move, you know. It's like, I don't really have any problem with that. So, and also to expedite that, they actually put lots of things to assist your travel, speeding up your travel. So you'll have these kind of warp points around the world, and they'll warp you around all of the main locations in each world, and they're labeled very, very clearly. It's like, like in the Mayan temple, it'd be like, the gate of the Mayan temple, the start of the world, and it'll have like there's a prison in the Mayan temple one, as well as like the entrance to the prison and the soccer stadium and all that kind of stuff. It makes sense if you play the game, but like, you know what I mean? It's like, it's a list of like 5 or 6 of the main areas of that world that you can just jump straight to, and there's like, obviously there's no loading. It's at the N64 and it's on the Switch, so even if it did have loading back in the day, it doesn't load now. But yeah, it's like super fast. And then outside of the worlds, the main what do you call it, the overworld, I guess, there are also warps out there as well. Different kind of warps. Is like these kind of metallic ones that you kind of go into these pipes, and you can again select the world that you want to go to and jump to there. So traversal is not really a problem. So I don't know, maybe it's like Famous Last Words. Maybe it does get really annoying when you have to go between several worlds and trying to find out where to. You picked up something, but you can't remember where you were supposed to use it. That may happen, but so far it hasn't happened to me. Yeah, the Mayan world was really interesting. The soccer game thing, I think they call it kickball. Maybe that's just to help the Americans out. But it's a ball that you kick. You have to kind of shoot these golden balls into goals and red balls into your enemy's goals to win it, and it gets progressively more difficult, but just like a funny little mini game. And when you win the tournament, you win the jigsaw puzzle, Jiggy, which is kind of funny. So yeah, that does remind me of the first game as well. They always had these like little mini games that you had to do within the worlds. Like you would go inside like some kind of house or some kind of building, and then enter into like a mini game arena. And yeah, they definitely have that in the first world of Banjo-Tooie. And it was really fun. I really liked it. Challenging, but not too crazy. And yeah, the music, I can't really comment on it much, because like the first world music didn't hit me as much as the first one, because the first one is so memorable and so epic, like every single thing. But I did appreciate the interactive music, which is, I think that was a part of Banjo-Kazooie as well. Like, obviously, when you go from area to area, the music slightly changes. It is the Teddy Bear's Picnic song, if you know what that is. Do Americans know the Teddy Bear's Picnic song?
Is that the Berenstain Bears or something?
No.
I don't know.
Yeah.
If you go down in the woods today, that's basically what they riffed on for the Banjo-Kazooie music. It's like, and then they'll change, the instrument depending on which area you're in and stuff like that. And they do the same in Banjo-Tooie, but it's just not as memorable, I guess. Nothing I've heard so far, but it does do it. And like when you go underwater and stuff, and it has that kind of underwatery feel. That I mean, Rare is like so good at doing underwater music, like the aquatic ambience. It's like one of the best like music soundtracks ever in any game, right? And most people agree with that, right? Yeah. So yeah, it's cool. So yeah, I'm really enjoying it, and I'm glad I didn't listen to the haters who told me not to. Well, no one specifically said, James, don't play this game, but like when you if you do like a YouTube search or a Google search about it, the negative comments are up there. It's like, why is Banjo-Tooie not as good as Kazooie? I was like, why is it so bloated? Like, why do people hate this game? Like, a lot of clickbait titles on YouTube for Banjo-Tooie.
Yeah.
So I would say don't listen to them. Give it a shot. If you already paid for the expansion pass, it's right there. Play, enjoy, have fun. Oh, and I got the ice key. I was really excited about that.
Exciting.
If you know what I mean by that, you know what I mean. The ice key.
Still need to play it.
Yeah. All right then. Next.
All right. Ty, would you mind going next?
Yes, it's time. I also got the ice key, but it was in Nikkei, the Metroidvania mode. I was kind of surprised. Dude, there are keys in that, and I did a double take. This looks just like the key from Banjo Kazooie. Yeah. So yeah,
Nice.
today is the last day of the Nikkei anniversary event, and I finished the Metroidvania quote mini game they had. It's kind of big. I had a good time. It was fun. But that aside, let's see. I've been mostly playing Phasmophobia.
Mm-hmm.
I fucking love this game. Like I think I mentioned before, like I played it a lot back in the day when it was a big internet meme and it was new, and there was video after video of people getting hilariously terrified and trolled by their friends.
Right.
It's a good game. It's fun to play with your friends. So back then, the game was quite a bit different. Like there were definitely fewer maps. There were no events or challenges to speak of, other than what people just like cooked up and for YouTube content. And there was an old map that's been removed or reworked depending on how you look at it. The old Asylum map. Now the Asylum map was big, real big. 2 floors, 2 like long ass hallways, like 100 rooms. I don't know if it's 100, but it's probably like 70 or something.
Mm-hmm.
And just finding the ghost is pretty hard, let alone finding it before your sanity is drained and it comes looking for you. Yeah, so they have created a new Asylum map, and a lot of the hardest challenges now revolve around that. So now that I've been playing for like a week or two, getting my bearings again, learning the new stuff, and actually unlocking some stuff, since like you have to kind of grind to unlock like the different levels of gear now. Yeah. So after like getting used to professional difficulty again, which is pretty standard, just like no training wheels, no little safety time or anything, just like going straight in, just raw dogging it. So after you get used to that, there are some more challenges. Like there's harder difficulties where like above professional, there's insanity maybe, where the ghost doesn't actually reveal all 3 of its defining characteristics. So standard play is, you go, you find a ghost room, and a ghost will have like 3 key pieces of evidence. It'll be something like, infrared fingerprints or a little glowy orb you see on your camera that looks like a dust mote, but it's totally a ghost, bro.
Yeah.
Or they'll talk in your spirit box, which is just those radio things that changes frequencies constantly, so you trick yourself into believing a ghost is talking to you. It's really funny if you ever watched a Ghost Hunter show.
I've seen things not like the Ghost Hunter show, but that type of style. I know what you mean, yeah.
So there's like I think 9 different possible pieces of evidence, and each ghost has 3 that define them. Now, if a ghost doesn't show you all the evidence, you could, if you get 1 or 2, you can narrow it down, and then the rest depends on your knowledge of how the ghosts tend to act and other tells that they have. Like some ghosts will have like really huge tells. Like if you find a ghost room and you put like a bunch of salt down on the floor, every ghost will like eventually like walk through it, and make a big stompy sound and disturb the salt, and you're like, oh, okay, ghost is here. Except one ghost will never step in it.
Okay.
Yeah, so you're like, oh, he never stepped on it, even though he's fucking around in this room constantly. So that's a wraith. Case closed. Like,
I was gonna say, if Supernatural taught me anything, the TV show. Wow.
Yep.
I didn't know which monster that was, but okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and some you have to like really fish for it or be lucky. Like if you use a spirit box and you get a heavy breathing sound, like only one ghost does that. Or if you have
is that somebody who works for a game magazine? Yeah.
Yep. Or let's see, if you use like the high power microphone, I forget what it's called, like this listening device. If you hear like kind of a wailing sound, that's a banshee.
Okay.
The killer whale.
Yes.
The killer whale, where whalers on the moon, etc. So you can kind of fish for those kinds of evidence, but sometimes you just have to kind of use your best judgment. It's like, some ghosts are very active, some are not very active. Some ghosts tend to do certain kinds of activities, like some ghosts are shy, some are in your face. So you have to kind of get used to what they do and put all your knowledge into work. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to get ghosts with like one piece of evidence, and I've done it like one time so far, and the game gave me a ton of money. So you have to combine that with the biggest, most difficult map in the game for like the higher level achievements. So yeah, that's what I'm working on.
Okay.
It's fun, but it sucks so much.
You're playing with friends though, right?
No, I'm doing this solo.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
It would probably be easier with friends.
Yeah.
Well, no, I played a few games with my pal Jinsei, my usual Dead by Daylight buddy. He's got a lot of experience in the game too.
Yeah, because that's why I just assumed that you had been playing with him. But okay, grinding it out by yourself, then all right.
Yeah. He's made clear to me, like, God, Ty, I hate your fucking grindy achievements. I'm never playing RPG and DVD again. Fuck you.
Maybe a good
and
call.
I'm like, all right, same time tomorrow.
Yeah, Lemonade. Just to catch up with the chat here a little bit too. Lemonade, he's popped in here recently. He said, "Hey, I didn't even know you can play it solo for Phasmophobia."
Yeah, you can actually play it 100% offline.
Wow. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, and I was like looking at the achievements, and some folks were gaming like the weekly achievement one by like just going offline and changing their system clock so they get a new weekly challenge.
There you go. Some Animal Crossing stuff there. Yeah.
There you go. I was going to say, Animal Crossing it.
Yeah, that's a new feature they added. There's like a new special challenge every week, and if you finish it, you get 5,000 fucking in-game dollars, which is a lot.
It's like 2,000 real world dollars.
Yeah. Right? Currency of the future.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Yep.
Can you do you have a van, right, Ty?
Yeah, like your starting location is a van.
Can you upgrade your van, or can you choose vans?
No, it's the same van, same model, but
man.
But it's stocked with all
opportunity.
Yeah, right. But it is stocked with all the stuff you need. Like you can get better cameras, and then you can look through your video cameras from the van, or you set up your microphones and stuff. Actually, on some harder difficulties, your van gets worse because some of the status monitors are broken, so you're kind of operating in the dark.
Sweet.
So no, it actually gets worse.
Can you imagine a collabo with Ghostbusters, getting the Ecto 1 in there?
That would be pretty
amazing.
Good. Yeah.
On
not a whole lot of space for all your gear, but yeah. Yeah. So that's what I've been playing.
Yeah, there is a first person Ghostbusters game, isn't there?
Right. I mean,
yeah, it was like
talked about it. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like the asymmetrical Dead by Daylight-ish
Yeah.
kind of game.
Yeah.
I've never played it. Is it free to play? I don't think it's free to
I
play.
don't think so. Because I remember
No.
a couple of weeks back, maybe a month ago or something, maybe around Halloween, JC had pulled it up on the sales and stuff. And
Yeah, it was on
must
sale.
not-
It wasn't free.
yeah, if it came up on the sales, I'm pretty sure it wasn't free.
Yeah,
Yeah.
too bad.
Hmm.
So maybe I'll
Available
drop
now.
to the Discord and stream some games.
Mhm.
A quick aside, playing Street Fighter 6 a lot, trying to do the current pass. Fuck. Dude playing Nikkei. I feel so like I've been trying to clear like all these battle passes and weekly challenges. Like I feel like these fucking video games are just putting me to work.
Yeah.
Yeah, it almost
Right?
sounds like it, dude.
Yes. Oh yes, and Dead by Daylight is doing 2v8 mode again. And it
cool.
has its own mini pass where you can get some fun little cosmetics.
Soon it'll be part of everyone's resume. Like how much time they put into certain games and
Right.
Yeah,
achievements.
these game companies should be paying me to fill out their player base.
Absolutely.
Right? I'm going on strike, protesting for higher wages.
Cool.
Okay. But I wouldn't be playing them if they weren't fun as hell.
Sure.
All right, so catch me in the Phasmophobia.
There it is.
Sounds phantasmic.
Nice pun.
Just to catch up with the chat again, James Allen is here, was here. Hi, Tony popped in. Clamps popped in too and said, hello. It's 4 a.m. Haven't slept yet and stumbled upon this stream. Maybe you're asleep already, but
Right?
welcome. Maybe put you to sleep.
That's why we stream at these prime hours.
Yes. Yeah. And Lemonade's in the chat as well. But I'm going to go ahead and continue on with new business. I have a brand new game, actually. Something that just came out not too long ago. I went out looking for it the other day.
Strike one.
That's right.
Is it?
And this is none other than the Dragon Quest 1, 2, and 3
Oh, wow.
25th anniversary on the Wii.
That's
no,
the
it's
weirdest
not,
looking baseball game ever.
Yes. So no, actually, this weekend I did go out to try to find a physical version of Dragon Quest 3 HD 2D, because stuff that I had been seeing online, talking about how the game, you can't find it anywhere, physical or anything like that. So, I'm not in Tokyo, so I figured it's psyched, my man. Yeah, it's. I don't want to fucking live or go to Tokyo, dude. So I don't know who's the loser there, but I went all around, even just my town, and no place had it. Went to the game shop that's kind of nearby, and it's like, hey, you got it? Nope. Electronics store, nope. Nowhere had it. But I did, like I said, I did find this Wii pack that came out in 2011. Wow. This Dragon Quest 1, 2, and 3. It's 1, 2, and 3 of the Famicom versions of these games, and then Dragon Quest 1 and 2 Super Famicom version, and Dragon Quest 3, kind of like a remake. And it's just kind of like this package has like a comic book that came with it too. Kind of cool, man. It's like relatively cheap, so I was like, yeah, what the hell.
Same as the Mario All Stars thing, just a ROM on a disc.
Yeah, basically, but this is a couple more than just like. Well,
it actually has a menu where they actually put some effort into it.
Well, this is more games because like that's just Super Mario All Stars, Yeah. So
exactly.
I'm not sure. I haven't even popped this thing in yet. I bought it and it's like that's cool. I'll play it sometime.
They put slightly more effort than Nintendo.
Yeah, at least packaging wise. Well, actually, the packaging and stuff for that Mario thing it's not horrible, but it could have been.
Imagine if somebody time traveled from 1988 and it was turned into this stream. It's like, I picked up Dragon Quest 3 today. It would think that he didn't time travel and he's still in 1988.
Yeah, it is pretty wild because I did actually. Then just on Monday, maybe, yesterday, I picked up the Switch version, just digital, because I've been curious about it, and it's something that I had been meaning to pick up. Was just trying to get through a bunch of other things, but I'm very early in Dragon Quest 3. I'll throw up some footage here as well. I did play this.
You just sticking with the download version, Danny?
For now, yeah. I mean, that's all that there was. I did kind of want to get the physical version, but what are you going to do? I could have ordered it on Amazon, but it's like, it'll get here like next week. It's like, well, I mean, fine, I guess, but I don't want to wait. So,
Oh, that's why school was cancelled the other day.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
see.
So this game is going to be hitting the sales charts pretty hard. Like maybe this week. Sales numbers come out tomorrow as of the time of recording. So we won't know like the first initial numbers until maybe then or something like that. So
Is this PS5 Switch only, or
no. It's PS5, Switch, Xbox Series, PC, everything. Well, everything but like PS4 and Xbox One, essentially. So
wow,
even in Japan,
that's very brave.
Yeah.
Printing Xbox discs.
Yeah,
That's,
I mean, I
very, very brave.
You figure they have this game. It's it's probably scalable, so it's like, well, why not just release it in Japan too? It's not really gonna hurt them or anything, but yeah, and as with when I played the game at TGS, took a game show. I was playing on the Switch then as well. I mean, this game does on the Switch. It does look a little bit, well, not as sharp as what you're going to find on the other, more powerful platforms and stuff like that. I mean, being formerly a Famicom game, story's pretty basic when you're starting out. It's like, hey, go and defeat this bad guy for the king, and then you're doing a bunch of different, side missions and stuff like that. Find this person, talk to this person, stuff like this. I have like formed up my initial team and have just been basically grinding and then just getting to like the next town in the story and stuff like that. One thing I do like about the fighting, and James, maybe you'll recall this from Dragon Quest XI. I'm not sure, but in this one you can actually kind of give essentially commands or like how you want your partners to battle. You can like choose from a list of different things, or you can control it yourself if you like. But
yeah, I definitely remember that. Yeah, okay. Like aggressive or defensive and that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Yep. Same stuff's here, so that's cool. I played maybe about like 15 hours of Dragon Quest XI. I just completely forgot about that aspect. So I think I controlled everything by myself. But
as the resident Dragon Quest expert on the panel,
right.
Yes, I can definitely say that is correct.
Right.
Literally played one game in the series my whole life.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hey, you played more of that than I think I played of any of them, and I've played several. So
that I can believe. Yes.
Yeah. But I'm really digging the visual style here. I mean, that's something you can just see from any trailer and any of that type of stuff too. But I think it looks nice. I like the HD 2D stuff. Some people were maybe kind of complaining about this a few months back. I really don't understand the
Japanese people.
Like, maybe some people are saying the sprites are too tall or something kind of like weird. I didn't really think that at all. I think it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, lighting's actually pretty cool too. I mean, like for example, when your characters walk around at nighttime, you're holding this little lamp and you can see the lighting, bouncing off the characters and through different environments and stuff like that too, which looks pretty nice.
Yeah, it's cool. I like that lighting effect. The one thing they couldn't do in 1988. Yeah.
Right. At least not like dynamic or something like that. So that's pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah. So for me, this is just going to be like go on the pile of games to play during winter vacation and also like in the next coming weeks and stuff like that as we kind of gear up for our end of the year show and all that type of stuff. So it's just going to be a race to the finish and see which one I can finish, if any of them. But
so what fancy stuff do you get with the physical edition?
They do have like a collector's edition and stuff like that, but I didn't get any of that, obviously, because I got digital. So I think if you just get the physical version, it's just a physical version. There's nothing really that special about it, unless you opt to get something crazy. So
yeah, I would actually get the Xbox version and not open it because that's going to be a collector's item when
Japanese one.
Sometimes buy them,
Hey, I will say Square Enix isn't completely stupid with that stuff, because if they do have Xbox versions of games, they almost never do them physically in Japan. It's always just digital only. I mean, just be ridiculous.
That's what I mean. Yeah, if you can see a Japanese physical Xbox edition, buy it. That's going to be the rarest fucking thing in the world.
Oh yeah, so I'm tempted by like the Indiana Jones, Xbox collector's edition Japanese version. Just like think about that. I mean, sure, it's like $300 or something, but
it'll be only 10 copies were ever made. So
right,
yeah, in 10 years it's going to be $30,000.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, so I mean, I'm still very early in this. I've been playing a lot of other things too. I'm not going to talk too much about this, but I'll mention it. I was playing some of the Grand Theft Auto 3 update that just came out last week.
Oh, she.
Yeah,
Are we doing it again?
Yeah.
I watched this video on YouTube recently.
Mhm.
Some guy, I don't know what his name is, but he was talking about the new edition and how it's kind of improved the lighting and stuff on the Switch version, which is pretty cool.
Yeah,
and because Rockstar did it themselves, right? Not some fucking third-party whack job company that did it the first time.
Yeah, Grove Street Games, the company, the port company that was involved with it before.
Yeah, they've all been killed. Yeah.
It's kind of weird. There's whole sorts of drama on social media about that. Like Grove Street Games is claiming like we had hundreds of updates ready to go that they never implemented. I don't know. Is that true?
Sure, you did.
But last year they released the game on mobile, which is basically kind of looks like as it does right now with the new classic lighting effect. And essentially, when the game first released in 2021, it was a buggy mess, really choppy, especially on the Switch. Lots of problems. This cleans up a lot of that stuff, especially on like more powerful hardware. Switch is better, still locked around 30 frames a second, but the new lighting effects actually really do change the game and make it actually look pretty good, I think. Just some... Yeah.
From the footage I saw, it looked pretty good.
Some frame rate dips and stuff like that. I mean, if you want to play it in like 60 frames a second, Xbox, PlayStation, that's definitely the place to do it. But
if you want to play it at school, on the Switch,
play it on Steam Deck. Yeah. But all right. Well, before we move on to a little bit of now playing, there's another comment here from Hi Tawny talking about the Dragon Quest collection thing that I just pulled up here from the Wii. He said, I saw that Dragon Quest 1-3 collection box for the first time a few months ago. Never knew they even put it out on the Wii. Yeah. It was. I remember when it came out, we were doing the Famicast at the time, and I think a lot more people were more interested in the upcoming, Dragon Quest 10 online and stuff more than this. I knew some people at work that had to buy this collection though at the time.
That's some memories right there. The USB stick to make the Wii kind of have a fake hard drive.
Yeah. I have one of those. I have a beta version of Dragon Quest 10 online.
Right.
Got it on Medicati for really cheap, like 2,000.
Matt Walker talked about the game a whole bunch, didn't he?
Yeah,
early episodes of the Famicast. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he played that on the Wii. His wife played it, and I played the cloud version on 3DS, which is essentially the Wii version, believe it or not, because it's not HD. So,
and we'll never talk about it again.
Yeah. But anyways, that is going to do it for new business. So we're going to go ahead and move on to a little bit of now playing at thefamicast.com.
Okay.
Now playing at famicast.com, lots of stuff going up on the websites, YouTube, and all this type of stuff. If you want to catch up on some JAPANews, because we're not going to cover like every single piece of Japan-related Nintendo news today, but if you want to catch up on some stuff that might have slipped through the cracks, I recommend going to famicast.com, and you can get some information about some cool news and stuff like that. Otherwise, some of the other things that you will find, James kind of alluded to it at the beginning of the episode, but I put out a review of Alarmo, Nintendo's alarm clock. I put that out last week on November 15th. If you're thinking about it or just curious about what it's like to use Alarmo for a month, that's exactly what I did and talked about it there. So you can find that.
Not available on YouTube Kids, because it gets a little blue.
Yes.
Watch out for that. Some nudity.
Yeah. You got to
parental advisory. You need to log in with a parent's account, basically.
Anything for the clicks. That's it. And like I just said too, GTA Trilogy 2024 update thing is on the channel as well. For our patrons, we have Famicast Game Night coming up this weekend. So looking forward to that. If you can, pop in, have some fun, even if it's just for a little bit, that'd be great. Me and Ty are going to be there, and it should be pretty fun. All this and more. Famicast.com. That's right. All right, and actually, Ty, do you know what's coming up next, dude?
Let me look over on the tab. Oh, what on earth is this? It's the JAPANews. That's
right, folks. It's time for the JAPANews. The time of the show we talk about all sorts of news going on in Japan. Mostly Nintendo. Some isn't Nintendo, but we're gonna dive right into it here today. And actually, just going back to Ty, would you mind kicking off this first bit of news?
Yeah, let's see. Any Mother 2 fans out there?
Okay.
Apparently,
few.
there's one left at Nintendo. So a special campaign featuring the 30th anniversary of Mother 2, aka Earthbound, is coming to convenience store chain Lawson in Japan on November 25th. That's 5 days away from recording.
Yeah.
This feature specially designed INISO 12-month membership prepaid card with Mr. Saturn. Isn't Bowser usually the one on the $50? Or is it?
So the Nintendo Switch, the 12-month voucher, that's like 2,500 yen. It's a specific voucher just for the 1 year of that. Yeah.
Kinky. And they're gonna have a Kuji lottery. So
yeah,
you get some cookies. What else? Are they gonna have any fancy rare stuff? Are we gonna go play gotcha at the the Konbini?
So
let's go gambling.
Yeah, there really is some cool stuff coming to the Ichiban Kuji lottery. I was actually kind of surprised that, I mean, just this whole thing. And I mean, James and Ty both, I mean, I think here in Japan, sometimes you will find some, mother related stuff, merch and like stuff like that, more so than you're going to find probably in English speaking countries. James, what was that like earlier this year? Was it like a pop-up store or what was that?
I accidentally bumped into a Mother 3 pop-up store. Yes, I was actually I took some videos and I ended up losing them for some reason. But it was pretty cool. They actually set up like a bedroom. It might have been this actually. Now I think about it, looking at the photograph on the live version here, video version, but they actually made like a 1990s bedroom and decorated it like an Earthbound fan would have done in 1990s. And it had like every single stuffed, plushy type toy in the world. They had figures, stickers, posters, all that kind of stuff. And then they had these kind of like memos that you could actually write on and stick it on the wall in that kind of fake bedroom thing.
Sure.
And you could write whatever notes. And I just wrote, this game never got released in Europe, so thanks for nothing.
Great.
Left that on the wall. So yeah, it's not there anymore, but hopefully someone at Nintendo got it.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. for the Ichiban Kuji stuff, the lottery thing, I mean, it's 750 in a poll, I believe. And this is going to be at Lawson convenience store starting on November 30th, I think, Saturday, November 30th. So I mean, lots of cool stuff. I mean, there's freaking laundry pouches, little cups, a soap dispenser with like bath salts, Mr. Saturn like piggy bank, what the hell, little containers for food. Then these little memo pads are actually really cool. They're memo pads kind of with these little fold up little scenes from Mother 2, aka Earthbound and stuff like that. So that's actually pretty cool. And that's like one of the lower tier prizes.
I think that was what we wrote on. In the pop-up store, Yeah. Amazingly, the staff actually knew the word Earthbound. They actually said, like, do you like Earthbound? And I was like, and that's when I told them my fascinating story of how it didn't come out in Europe, which they loved.
Yes.
And they didn't walk away while I was still talking. Definitely not.
Right. Yeah, so that's going to be pretty cool. And like Ty did kind of mention as well, there is some food related stuff here, but it's like this, I'll throw it up here. There's a very kind of popular brand of cookie here.
He would make a good macaron, wouldn't he? Mr. Saturn would be a perfect macaron, a pink macaron.
Well, unfortunately, this isn't shaped, well, as far as I know, it's not shaped like any of the characters or any of that type of stuff. It's just
it's just boring ass country mom cookies.
Country mom's awesome, man. What's wrong with those?
Okay, but not
I mean, for the price, I mean, it's not bad. This is like
they're okay. Yeah,
they're fine. I mean,
fine.
Yeah,
a little box. They're individually wrapped. Do they get a cool wrapper too?
I don't know about the wrapper. That does come with like a mystery sticker. There are 8 stickers that are coming up for this. These essentially, these particular ones that's right here in this image that I'm showing. Also, never mind. Anyways, it's kind of like a little chocolate chip cookie, Mother 2 logo on it. Characters from the game on there too. Don't know if the packaging will actually have little things on there too. But this actually comes out on Christmas Eve.
Next week, right? So yeah, I'll be on
next week on Christmas Eve. Yes.
No, it's the stuff comes out on the 25th, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Except for the Ichiban Kuji, which comes out on the 30th. But yeah. Mm-hmm. So, anyways, I thought that was pretty cool and not something that happens all the time. So, definitely worth a mention for sure. But all right, JC, do you want to take this next bit of news?
Alrighty, it's Donkey Kong time. Ty, would you like to meet Cranky Kong in real life? Now you can.
Are you ready to meet God?
Yeah. Super Nintendo World is opening Donkey Kong Country area of Universal Studios Japan, and on December 11th.
Wow.
So it's going to have a new ride, shops, food, and more. Increases the size of Nintendo area by 1.7 times. More importantly, there was a direct of sorts. Was it? Would you call it? Classify it as a direct? Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Super Nintendo World Direct is what it was called.
Yeah. By Shigeru Miyamoto. And I believe it was only subtitled. Even the American one was subtitled. So for the Americans who couldn't understand what he was saying, we will now explain to you. So you don't have to go back and read the subtitles. Don't worry, dudes. We got you. So yeah, it looks amazing. I have like so much more feels for this than the fucking main part of it itself. I mean, me and Danny, we've both been there. Mm-hmm. We know that it's very much designed on the new Super Mario Brothers look. And they do have some kind of hints to like classic Mario stuff. Yeah. But like,
man, like Princess Peach's Castle, that's N64.
Well, but it looks like all rounded and,
it's not like polygonally like accurate to the N64 version or anything like that. But I thought they did a pretty bang
like
job with
the
that.
Trophies are Super Mario Kart 8.
Well, yeah.
Like, which is, similar to all that kind of stuff. Like Mario looks like that Mario, But with this one, technically you could say it is Donkey Kong Country Returns.
Sure.
Because I guess they don't have the Kremlin license anymore, whatever.
Yeah.
So it's the Tiki people. But they don't have the Tiki people, but they do have Rambi. And they have Cranky and Funky and Donkey Kong himself. The Kong letters. You can actually look for the Kong letters in real life, Ty. How's that? Finally.
Yeah, sure. But they don't let you take them, do they?
No, unfortunately, no. There's the little NFC reader down underneath them that you scan them into your little power up band. So, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm glad that they didn't put the Tiki people everywhere. They kept it as Donkey Kong centric as possible, which is good.
Well, I mean,
but look at that, like Funky's. Is that Funky's?
That's Donkey's house.
That's Donkey's house, yeah, which is straight out, Donkey Kong Country. Yeah. They got like Funky's. Is Funky the store?
Yep.
Like Funky's the store. I think.
Where did it go? Yep, here it is.
There it is. Look at that, man. That's great. So yeah, I like all those throwbacks. Yeah, Rambi the Rhino, and they do have a little bit of Donkey Konga in there because they got like hitting the conga drums to activate something.
Right. Nice. It's a rhythm game for that. You play with your friends and stuff like that. And then that got it, at least in the Nintendo Direct, it had it so Rambi kind of pops out of the box. So that was kind of cool.
And always the coolest things are like the waiting, when you're waiting in line, because like you're looking at like lots of little details that they put in, like in the Mario part of it, like, you go into the Mario Kart one, and you're going through Bowser's castle, and like
Oh, yeah.
you're seeing all of these little things that they've written and stuff. It's very, really cool. Lots of detail. And same kind of thing here. Like they had Cranky Kong with the Squawks the parrot, which are all like animatronic and moving and stuff like that. Cool murals with like little hints to retro Donkey Kong stuff.
Right. Yeah.
Donkey Kong himself. Yeah, the guy in the suit is pretty amazing. They must have like, I don't know how they did their arms, but like partially robotic arms or something like that. Like
either that, or
I
maybe
don't know.
just longer, or maybe he some kind of handle or something in there. 'cause
Yeah,
arms are-
it's really well done anyway.
Yeah.
Like they got the proportions really right.
and I'd say it's his fur is kind of like, it's not like matted to his body. It's kind of like moving around and stuff too. So I thought that was actually kind of a nice touch in a way, in that kind of a way.
Definitely, really cool. Yeah, I'm looking forward. It made me want to go back. I was like, yeah, shit, I want to check that out. Because to be honest, I think this is the first roller coaster at Nintendo World.
Well, yeah, because you can't really count the Toad thing.
Mario Kart is not a roller coaster. It's an AR thing which goes at like 5 miles an hour.
Sure.
And Yoshi's thing is like, I mean, that's just like pushing a baby around in a pushchair or something.
Sure.
Yeah.
But I think, I mean, that definitely, those rides are definitely, especially the Yoshi thing, that's definitely aimed towards a younger crowd, or if you just want to have a good view of Super Nintendo World itself, it's really nice for that. Mario Kart was great as well, but
it's more like a monorail that you just ride around the top. Yeah,
sure. This new roller coaster, and they didn't show it really pretty much at all. In the direct,
keeping it secret.
Yeah, I'm glad they did that, because I think that's something people just want to experience. So yeah,
it's going to be just like the game and kill like 70% of the people that go in it.
Yeah,
can't wait.
Exactly. That's it. And Final Destination 1 or Final Destination 2, they do that, right? Like the roller coaster that like splits off and
yeah, that was 2 or 3.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Might do that, but it's got a bit where you jump over some part of it. Like the track is incomplete, so you're kind of jumping over it, and they've got some kind of special rail thing. Well, hopefully it works. Fingers crossed.
Right.
But yeah, a proper roller coaster. So yeah, finally a real roller coaster in Nintendo World. Good job.
Yeah, so that should be pretty cool. I'm looking forward to going back to it. It's not going to be this year.
Oh
obviously.
Man, the food and the merch. I mean, so expensive at that place anyway. But I'm just thinking, like, what is this? A DK ice cream?
I forgot exactly what it is. Some kind of a dessert.
I mean, that's easily going to be like what, 4,000 yen, 5,000 yen, or something like that.
When my wife and I were there back in April, we got like one of the popcorn things, the Starman popcorn thing, and I saw the price, and I was like, my wife's like, I want one of those. I'm like, okay. And I don't think she noticed, because right next to it was a price for just the popcorn in a paper bag. It was like 500 yen, and then she's like, yep, I want the star thing. And like, that'll be 5,000 yen. She's like, what? I'm like, honey, it literally says it right there. I said, get it. I will pay you back. And she did. So,
yeah, it's astronomically expensive. I mean, I think that's just par for the course for like theme parks in general.
Yeah.
But, maybe for Americans coming to Japan, it's like, everything is half price for you guys. So yeah, good luck to you. But not for us living in Japan.
Exactly.
For us, everything is double price,
Right. I mean, places like USJ and Disney are taking advantage of foreigners coming in, like by the droves. And I don't blame them. That's just good business. It just sucks for those of us living here, because it is really expensive. The power-up bands have went from 3,200 yen when the park first opened in 2021 to like 5,000.
They got they got a Diddy Kong and a Donkey Kong now. Right?
Yeah, Diddy Kong and Donkey Kong, one of those two. That's cool. And I was really pleased to find out that they said, yeah, you could use whichever. If you have one already from like the Mario series, you can use that.
I was worried about that.
I was
so glad when they said it.
Right, because like that's just something that you would expect a freaking amusement park to do, but.
Right. And you need a Donkey Kong or Diddy Kong to enter.
Yeah, that makes me wonder if, like, Miyamoto just being Miyamoto. Because I bet that sounds like something like Universal be like, well, we gotta make the new ones, so you have to buy the new ones. Maybe Miyamoto or somebody at Nintendo said like, come on, man, we don't want people to like fucking hate this place.
I think it's because it's one park, isn't it? They're not separated, so like you do have to wait, or depending on when you go,
Sure.
you can't always go to when you want, right? You have to wait.
Right.
You have to get in a line and go there. So once you're in, you're in. You know.
Yeah.
I don't think they're gonna kick you out and make you get another band.
No.
Wouldn't make sense. But yeah, it looks awesome, and I definitely want to go back. Just have to get a second job or something. I don't know.
Yeah. So yeah, it's awesome. I'm looking forward to going back at some point. We'll see. Ty, do you do amusement parks, or have you done amusement parks? Is that a thing for you?
Never heard of them. It's been a while. I mean, if I was in the neighborhood, I'd probably check it out, but that's way over on the other side of Japan.
Yeah. I mean, when I went this year, that was my first time going to an amusement park in 17 years. So been a while.
Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah.
I thought you Americans were born on roller coasters. Like that's how you come out. Like,
well, yeah.
It stops when the baby flies out. The doctor catches him. Yeah.
For me, if you want to ride like roller coasters, why the hell would I go to Disneyland? Or why would I go to like Universal? Like I'll go to Six Flags or Kings Island or something like that. Other places that actually have like really cool, crazy roller coasters. In Japan,
Alton Towers,
Fujiku Highland.
Yeah. Like I've been there as well.
That's a cool place. I can't do crazy roller coasters anymore. It makes me queasy. So I think the Donkey Kong one seems like it's right in that area where it's like, yo, this will be fine.
What do you like, Disneyland or Disney Sea?
I've only been to Disney Sea.
There you go.
So yeah.
Anyways,
there's one little thing I just wanted to bring up here as well. This is very Japanese centric, but this has to do with Pokemon and
Pokemon. When the guy comes out the thing and the
exactly. So Pokemon Scarlet and Violet has just actually become the highest selling Pokemon game to date in Japan, dethroning the original release of Green, Red, and Blue here. As of right now, in Japan only, it sold those two games have sold 8.3 million units versus the 7.9 million for the first three games. So pretty impressive. Scarlet and Violet also is like the seventh highest selling game on the Switch. 25.69 million units sold worldwide. So
was that the one that was absolutely broken?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. But apparently, people really enjoyed the story and stuff like that. Really bland world. Just like did not look great, especially compared to something like Arceus, however they pronounce it.
Arceus.
Yeah. Yes.
That was the one that was slightly better, wasn't it? It wasn't as broken.
No, Arceus, that was fine. It was fine. Good, actually.
Good job.
But anyways.
They haven't released a Pokemon game this year, have they? That's weird. Maybe they're getting ready for the next one. The next console.
Yeah. I don't keep track of too much Pokemon stuff personally, but
yeah, Pokemon games tend not to be launch games though, do they? They tend to be like, they throw a bone to the previous generation. Like I remember when the 3DS came out and then they released Black and White 2 on the DS. It was like it was something weird like that, right?
Right.
So I can see them doing some like they have teased a Pokemon game, haven't they? Like AXE or something like that.
Sequel to, or like I said, geez, I forgot. Like it get confused what they call it in the States and English, and what do I call it in Japan? But Arceus, whatever. There's this kind of like a semi sequel to that's been announced.
I mean, I could easily see that coming out on Switch, like in the similar vein to Black and White 2 coming out on a DS, not the 3DS.
Right. It'll be interesting. I mean, that Hey You Pikachu and Hey You Eevee or whatever, I think that was 2018, so it was a year.
Year 2, yeah.
And that was just a remake, a pretty popular and seemingly good remake too. But
I mean, shit, even the first Pokemon games, I mean, they came out on the fucking Game Boy when the Game Boy Color was out. Like,
well,
talk about throwing a bone to the previous generation. There you go.
Yeah, I mean, hell, they came out, a couple of years earlier in Japan before the Game Boy Color was even out, so I could kind of give them that.
Yeah.
Though it's a different world now, things being released simultaneously worldwide, so that's not even an issue.
True that. Oh, ZA. Oh, ZA.
Yeah.
Well, if it's Japanese, it would be ZA.
Yeah, probably.
Japanese people can't even say the sound Z. It comes out as G.
Definitely.
So, yeah.
All right, well, that is going to do it for the JAPANews. For those of you watching the video version, right now we're going to go ahead and move on to Ty's Anime Trash. If you're listening to the audio version, we're going to go right into feedback. So let's just go ahead and move on.
Whoa.
Ty.
Yes,
What
it's
we got,
garbage day. All right. If I remember, this is going to be a figure-heavy episode.
Okay.
That's what she said. Doesn't mean
no
make any
fat
sense.
chicks.
I'll hop off the screen. Sorry, guys.
All right. Let's see. It's been a while, but I have a box from Taito, one
Okay.
of many online UFO catcher sites. It's actually really fucking expensive, so I never play it. But they have exclusive color variations of figures because they also distribute the figures, I guess.
Okay.
So yeah. So who knows? This might be a fancy recolor or some character with a slightly different expression. We'll see. Yes, it's a white box.
Oh, there we go.
Here we go. It's time. Actually, I just read the back. I know exactly what this is, and I'm going to open it up right away to kick off the holiday season.
Uh-oh.
That's right. It's a seasonal figure.
God.
Any guesses while I open this up?
It's got to be a Miku. No way. No, that's too
Christmas
easy.
Miku.
Yeah, it would be too easy. And I already
Yeah.
have like 5 Christmas Mikus, so actually
Right.
that's pretty smart.
There was a holiday Miku like last episode, so no way. We wouldn't get two
There's
in
like
a
a new one. There's a new one. No, there was a holiday Rem. This one,
Oh,
right?
excuse me.
Duh.
Get your blue-haired anime girls straight.
Sorry, God, how dare I?
All right, I've almost got this open. All right, this is a Christmas Albedo. You know, the chick with the horns.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
All right.
And no assembly required, which is nice.
Nice.
Yeah. All
There
right.
you go.
It's
By the way,
Christmas.
just to catch up with the chat here for a second, Lemonade, he's like, I'm here for the anime trash.
Yes.
Yep. And James Allen too. He's here as well. He said, "Great, I have missed a live anime trash, or he hasn't basically seen a live anime trash for a long time." So there you go.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So here we go. Christmas Albedo. It's real.
There you go.
Yep. Yeah. So apparently the new Overlord movie is out. I haven't seen it yet.
Okay.
But yeah, that's what the show is. It's one I've actually watched.
Okay. No relation to Twitter user Smug Shitlord.
We'll see. All right, next box. This is from Toreba.
Okay.
I also, I don't play Toreba as much. Like I play it like once a month, basically, because you get $10 worth of credit
Okay.
or $3 for the monthly. And oh yes, here it is. All right, we're strictly in waifu territory.
Uh-oh.
It's Albedo again.
Okay, but in plushy, like soft form.
Yeah, I think this is squeezable or something. I don't know what this is actually supposed to do.
Is she covered in bubbles, or is that supposed to be some kind of an outfit?
It's just
Okay.
her frilly white dress.
Okay.
Yep. She's adorable.
Okay.
Yep. Waifu bullshit.
Right.
All right, let's see what Capcom sent me.
All right. While Ty's
Yeah.
opening up this box, I just wanted to catch up on a comment from James Allen that I missed. He said, "Hey, formative Alarmo review there, Danny. I won't be buying that for sure. So thanks for that." No, like seriously, that's why I made that review, because some people, you don't need that thing. So
I hope y'all saw the video I posted in the Discord of like the screaming Mario Alarmo.
yes. Oh God, that was so noisy.
All right. All right. So if you got a really good memory, you might remember that Capcom has these little hamster-sized plush bean characters of like all their franchises. Well, I have another one. If this opens, yes. This is what's her face from the
Pink
Edgeworth
Shark?
games. Yeah. What?
Mia?
I don't know. No, it's a Edgeworth's sidekick.
Damn,
I don't know. I only know what they named her in the fan translation, and actually, I don't even remember.
Okay.
So you're gonna have to tell me. She's the famous thief, the Yatagarasu.
Okay. Yeah, I have not played those. So
You
in
should.
chat, I know, man. I know.
All right. Yes. And now I have another bean. I have a nice stack of Capcom beans over to the side
Nice.
right here.
Nice.
Yeah, actually, I got like a set of the 3 Gekuten Saimon girls right here
Nice. There it is. Okay.
with
Okay.
the tag still on them.
Hmm.
Kind of unwieldy.
Hmm.
All right. Next up. Yep, you guessed it. Another fucking quintuplet buddy
God.
girl.
It's real. It's really
Yep.
happening.
Yep, this is the from the recolor set. How many are we into this now? Like 3 or 4?
Is it? It seems like it's more than that, but I'm getting my blue-haired anime girls confused. I can probably guarantee I'll get my.
Well, I mean, I
quintuplets
have the
confused.
original set, so I have all 5,
Okay.
and then the
yeah.
recolors. So I got to get all the recolors,
Ah.
and we're well on our way to getting all of these. Yep. Peak trash. All right, I got
Lemonade.
one more box. It's kind of
Nice
big.
nice quintuplet.
Yep. More quintuplets, more problems.
Yeah, definitely.
It's turning into a real math problem.
Yeah. Did I say 4 when you said quintuplet just earlier? Because I'm an idiot.
I don't know how many I've gotten so far out of this particular collection.
Okay.
So wait, here's another big box from Capcom.
Hmm.
I'm still waiting on a big box from
Molly?
Molly Online since they just redesigned and they shut down their shipping for a month.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. What do we got? Yep. More figures. Who would have thought? Oh, okay. Here's something normal and wholesome for once. Ugh. Yeah, here we go. Funny purple hair girl from Freeren.
Okay.
Yep.
Who?
I haven't seen it, but
Okay.
pretty
We're on the
normal.
We're on the same page. Yeah, definitely not as horny as usual. Just wholesome, actually.
Yeah.
Like wearing a church dress.
Yeah, you might remember. Did I show you the one figure I got? It's like the girl getting like grabbed by the mimic chest. That's the same show.
Ah, okay.
A lot of my friends are watching it. It's apparently comes highly recommended.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
Here we go. More bullshit. Okay, we got a big Miku bunny girl.
All right.
This is like the 3rd or 4th recolor of this particular one. It's nothing you haven't seen before except it's pink.
Right.
Smithers' voice. She has a new hat.
Yeah. Sure. Kind of. I mean, probably different color.
Yeah. Yep. So I probably have like a solid 100 bunny girl figures by now.
Jeez.
Please in my life.
Yeah. Mailing a shotgun to you after the show.
Nice. All right, so that's anime trash. I guess I'll put this festive Christmas albedo up somewhere visible for the remainder of the holiday season.
Nice.
All right. Back to you, Danny.
All right. Cool. Well, thank you so much for that, Ty. And next, we're going to go ahead and move on to a little bit of feedback from you guys. So if you guys have any feedback for us or want to just reach out, there are several ways that you can do this. If you have something longer form, you can reach out to us via email at thefamicast@gmail.com. You can hit us up on social media at the Famicast, sound off on YouTube comments, or sign up in the side article, and you can have your stuff read out, or Patreon, stuff like that too, and have your stuff read out on the air like these guys. I had a couple of different things pulled up here from a variety of different places. A couple from Bluesky, Patreon, and also YouTube. But the first one I want to bring up is from Terrence on Bluesky, and I'll go ahead and actually share this on the screen as well. So I had posted about, there's a new Happy Meal toys at McDonald's in Japan featuring Mario Kart 8 and stuff like that. And Terrence actually let me know, and he's like, hey, this looks pretty much exactly the same as the stuff that they have right now in the United States. And so he's kind of just telling me about it, and we're just kind of just going back and forth about that. I guess like these new toys, which just came out on November 15th here, they have like changeable wheels and stuff like that, which is kind of neat. Because typically it's just like, I think he even has like a picture of it here too, which is kind of cool. So yeah, you can have it like with like the kart version or like the hover version and stuff like that. So that was actually kind of neat, kind of cute.
Oh, that's kind of sick.
Yeah, and like the way they release the toys here, it's in three waves. The first wave is for a week. It's like, a handful of toys, and the second week is another handful of toys, and then the third week is all of them together. The last time that Nintendo had teamed up with McDonald's was earlier this year for some Kirby like little plushies that they had, and it was just an absolute disaster because they sold out in like a day and a half or something like that. So I haven't heard anything like that crazy with this one, so hopefully it's not really an issue this time around. But yeah, so if you want some McDonald's, and you want a very tiny meal or something like that, then yeah, you can get a little Happy Meal toy with it too. So yeah, kind of continuing on here with that as well. And also Terrence did also say they're neat toys. I've been debating hunting down I think gold Mario or a platinum gold Peach. The first set didn't have Toadette, so I went out and found one. Tough to find time for the hunt these days. Yeah, I can understand that.
Oh man, Terrence, my old Splatoon buddy.
Yeah.
Good man.
Then another one from Bluesky. This was from Little Tokyo, and this was about baseball. And he said, this is maybe shortly after I had posted this review. He said, I always love viewing Danny V's views in the series. So thank you for that, man. I appreciate that. If you do want to see some more about professional baseball spirits, I've got a review for that. A lot of coverage of that. So you can check that out if you're into the baseballs. So, and James Allen here too, just right in the chat right now. He said, we don't get plastic toys at Mackie D's. How do you say that in the UK?
Mackie D's.
Okay. Mickey D's is what we say, and I understand the Australians call it Maccas.
That's right. Maccas. Yeah.
Wow. So you don't even get toys. James Allen said it's either a book, a plushie, or some cardboard crap. That's bullshit. Huh.
Books are for nerds.
Yeah. Right. That's probably some European regulation about plastic waste. But yeah, something that Americans are like, even Japanese people are like, what? Plastic waste? What do you mean? We don't even have a word for that in Japanese.
My individually wrapped cookie that's already wrapped in plastic, wrapped in cardboard, wrapped in plastic. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. One from Russ here on YouTube commented on the Alarmo review that I did. He said, just like Gomez from the Addams Family, I sleep standing up. Will Alarmo work for me? I'm thinking if I attach it to the wall sideways, it'll think I'm laying down horizontally. Honestly, like with Alarmo, I think if you did find a way to fasten it to your wall and you wanted to try to sleep like that, it would probably work. When I first tested it out, like I was just it was sitting on a table like in this room, like right behind me, and it was fucked up because I wasn't laying down. But yeah, you could probably do that if you really wanted to, man.
That's how you still sleep.
Yeah. Good luck to you, Russ. Then James Allen also had commented on that too. He said, hey, thanks for the review, Danny. Good to hear your opinions of ownership. Definitely one for the diehard Nintendo fans. I'll stick with my iPhone. Yeah, probably a good call when it comes to Alarmo. So, yeah. Anyways, like, I appreciate all you guys' signing off in the chat, live chat and stuff like that too. Thank you guys for sending comments here as well. And with that, that's actually going to do it for the Famicast 281. Before we sign off for real, we're going to go ahead and give you guys our social media handles so that you guys can follow us on the socials, mostly Bluesky, I think, these days. Anybody still on Twitter? I still check it.
Yeah, I got,
But
like, holy shit, like maybe about, I'm not kidding, 60 new followers like
Yeah.
last week on
Yeah.
Bluesky. I think
I got
don't
like
know-
100. It was crazy.
Yeah, I think
I don't
it's
even post.
you now not. I think it's like all of your posts are now on Twitter. It's like it all goes towards Elon's AI model. Like you have no
Right.
way of opting out of it. And when you block somebody, it doesn't actually block them.
right.
And that was like enough for people to say, nah, fuck this noise.
Right.
So yeah, welcome.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Lots of new followers come up on Bluesky and stuff like that. So that's been great. Thank you
Thank
guys.
God.
Likes and just follows.
As
I
always,
guess.
my comment is, what the fuck took you so long? You psychopath. I mean, hello.
Yes.
Welcome.
Well, if you want to follow us, I'm pretty like our screen handle or screen names are the same on Bluesky as well. So if you want to follow me, you can follow me at DannyBiv, DANNYBIV. Ty, since you're right in the middle of the screen, how about you go next? Where can people find you?
Super Cat Drugs on Bluesky.
Yep. And JC, where can people find you, bud?
Family Complicated, obviously.
Right.
Yeah. It's happening. The revolution is here.
Videos are here, GIFs are here, whatever. Private messages are here. Come on, there's no excuse, man.
I will say Bluesky is getting a lot better than what it was, especially like a year ago. It's like, okay, I can kind of post pictures. It's a little
like
bit
you couldn't even DM people, but now you can do all that shit.
Yeah.
Until the next president, like fucking, I don't know, locks it from existence and mandates Twitter is now part of the Constitution or something like that. Who knows?
Can't wait.
May God have mercy on us all.
Right.
So last episode before the Fammies, last regular episode, right, Danny?
No, we have one more and then the Fammies.
That's what I just said. The last episode before the Fammies.
No.
So there's two more before
the next episode is the last one. This what?
Yeah, that's what I said.
283.
Hey,
okay, right now it's 281. 282 is regular. 283 is the Famous.
That's right.
Okay.
And in the meantime, I will try and teach Danny English. Until next time.
Yes. I still don't think you said what you thought you said. But okay. Anyway. Thank you guys for watching. We will catch you next time. Peace.
Boys.
Toodles.
Bye guys. I gotta